Hello and welcome to this channel. And today I want to talk with you about some really important things, especially on how how this all made you lie to yourself. I mean, yes, if you look upon the people who generally lives these lives on earth, like 99% of them, they don't keep it real with themselves in terms of who they really are. You see, all the system they made and they build up to produce the people who are actually like slaves, and they are slaves to themselves. They are like putting themselves in the loop, and they live in that loop. Ask yourself a question, like, what do you really want? Like, all the people, they want being wealthy, they want money, they want this, they want that, and they want all those things. Imagine yourself that you have like everything that you would like wanted, like all the yachts, all them, like you've been everywhere, you have everything that you want. What would you do then? Like, what would you do if you don't need no money? And if you answer this question, you're gonna find the thing that is like truly sits inside you. That's your true intentions. You know what I'm saying? So for all those people who work somewhere, who doing all those like type of things that they don't really want, they are making they are betraying themselves. That's really what happens. And when you do that, you're actually spending a lot of energy to depress like all those bad feelings, that because the part in you, it sits inside you and tells you like, yo, I don't want this, I want that. And the thing that you keep saying that, no, I'm gonna do what I've been told to do, I'm not gonna listen myself. It's important. So what happens is you losing a lot of energy, losing a lot of your resources just to fight that feeling inside you. And this is actually very bad, because in the end of life, it might end in any moment, but in the end of life, people then realize that, all right, they told me lies, they finessed me, and they understood and figured out like, yo, I've been living all my life like 50, 60, 70, 80, whatever years, and I've been spending these years to do this shit that I don't really want. And when it happens, and the people, they just realize that, and you know what one. But the thing is, you can avoid that and realize that earlier. But that's the like the fun thing here is you have in your mind programs that should have been programmed since you was a kid. So basically, who you are right now, in most cases, like 90% of the people, basically, they are just the programs that have been put in their mind, which they when they were like from childhood. I mean, like until 5 years old. This is like the years, the age of the people when them realize, and when the critical factor is being created inside them. So what's the critical factor is basically is when you gonna talk to the 5 years old boy, and you're gonna tell them that you are not a boy, you are a girl, and your name is like different. This boy, this kid, he can reflect this information and say that, no, I'm not a girl, and my name is like not that, I'm a boy and my name is like this. You know what I'm saying? So this is the critical factor that sits inside your mind. So basically, you have your conscious and you have your subconscious. What basically happens is your conscious, it makes about 5% of all those like type of doing this stuff. Like, it's about the 2 to from 2 till 5% of all your thoughts and stuff that you've been doing. And your subconscious is doing 95% of everything. I mean, subconscious is basically it does everything. It's like it remembers everything, and it does everything, like whatever program sits in there. The subconscious mind is doing everything so that program can be, can be done, whatever the program it is. So in subconscious mind, you don't really have bad or good. You just have the program that has to be played, and no matter what is gonna happen. So if, for example, you have in your subconscious mind the program that the money is gonna earn by hard work, with blood, with sweat and blood, that the money doesn't grow on the trees, that the money is dirty and you have to wash your hands, that you are not good enough, that your hands are growing out of your ass, that I don't know, that you are not so beautiful, that you are not like the most loved child, or whatever the programs there, they're gonna sit there and actually not letting you do the things you want. For example, let's say that you've been born in the family, the poor family, like the family that actually never had no money, like for real. So what they can teach the kid, the parents, is the only things that they know. All those programs, they are putting into our mind from the age from 1 till 5 years old. So it depends on like how smart you are. It can be up till 3 years old or up till 7, but within that time you are basically get all those programs in your subconscious, and all your life, the whole your life, like the rest of the life, you are basically keep doing that programs. That's why when some people, for example, they want to get rich, they want to get money, they just can't to understand and realize how to do that, because every time they thinking like, all right, I want this, I don't know, I want the big yacht, I want like Rari, I want Lambo, I want all this money, I want to be rich. What happens is the information comes inside their head, right? But this critical factor, it basically serves as a guard. So imagine yourself like you have your conscious and you have your subconscious inside, and this circle is like the critical factor. So this is basically is guard, which are ruled by subconscious. So basically what happens is if the information comes inside and it doesn't really apply to to the programs that already exist into your head, like it doesn't get through, it just repels. You know what I'm saying? That's why when you talk to some people and you talk, for example, them the truth, they can't realize and they can't accept that. They just repel it instantly, and they doing that like that. And the fun thing is that in subconscious you don't have nor time or logic. You just have the programs that have to be there. The subconscious is basically ruled by all your body. All your feelings are there. All your like heart beating, all your like everything there. For example, when you ride a car and you can think about something, what rides car basically is subconscious, because there is like the programs that you put inside. You taught yourself how to do that, right? And you just ride. You know what I'm saying? So basically, what I can do is replace those type of programs that you don't like, that's destructive for you, and I can replace them with the right type of program. So imagine yourself this. Imagine yourself all those type of mentality as a big computer. For example, you have your subconscious is like the main, like it's like main stuff, like the main platform of your computer. And let's say that you have like the Windows 95 there. So your programs is like Windows 95. When you're trying to put yourself like the Windows 10 apps or whatever, like some programs that are built for the Windows 10, it's just impossible because they doesn't feed the platform that exists. So they are just, it's just not possible for them to work. You know what I'm saying? You understand? I can give you another example. Imagine yourself like the USB port, right? Like the USB port. And imagine yourself trying to put the CD disk in the USB port. This is what happens when you're trying to put some affirmations or some real good and positive thoughts that's gonna lead you to something, but you have the programs that are not allowing it to do. That's what happens. They just doesn't fit there in no way. You cannot put them like, the only way you can put them there is through the subconscious. But you might say like, oh, if I have the problems, I might go to psychiatrist, to psychologist, or whatever. The fun thing is, no psychologist ever healed one person. Yeah, no psychiatrist, no psychiatrist, they never actually healed no person because they cannot do that. Because what they work with, the psychologists, what they work with conscious. And the conscious is thus from 2 to 5% of your like everything. And you have all this critical factor that doesn't really allow to go to the subconscious when it's needed. You know, the information, the everything that stores within you, that stores in the subconscious, whole your life. It's like the subconscious is like the huge camera that captures everything, and everything sits inside you. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you have your memories in the subconscious. Listen to this carefully. You have your memories in the subconscious. You have your memories of your being in the belly of the mother belly. You have your memories of you being born. You can actually have the memories of your previous lives. You know what I'm saying? And that's real. This fucking real. It's no jokes in that. And the real thing is that people don't actually talk much about that, and they don't really understand much about that. But why am I can really speak about this? Let me explain a little bit, because most of the unpleasant, let's say them like most of them people who not really realize, they don't really like, how do you call them, adequate people, like the good people, yeah, who's like understand, the open-minded, oh, let's call them the narrow-minded people. They already left, all right? So right now there is like the auditory of the people who's like listening to me, and they're like, okay, interesting, all right. So I'm gonna explain you this. Originally, I was distracted when I was like a kid. I was distracted. I was like, I didn't want anything. I want just party, like drugs, whatever. But the one thing that actually removes all that and changed my life, it was mushrooms. And that really is unique, because if you look from the perspective, not the drug, but if you look from the perspective from where did life comes from on this planet, exactly the planet that we live, like me and you live inside here. If you think about that and you will do the research, you're gonna find that the mushrooms itself started the life here. So the planet Earth, it was like the big piece of stone. And the mushroom spore, the spore of mushroom is like the seed of mushroom, right? Mushroom spore. They can be in space without no oxygen, any heat, any cold, whatever. They can survive that. The mushrooms, they don't really have no time as a subconscious. So what basically happened is mushrooms just get there by the meteors or whatever. They just get there, and they starting to make all these things the food for them and food for all the other, like they started to eat one stuff and this stuff become like the food for other stuff, and then the plants start to grow, and then the grass start to grow, and then the like all these little like reptiles and all this type of stuff started to popping up, and so on and so on and so on. So basically what starts life here is mushrooms, right? So all this life that we know for real, that we are actually, is mushrooms. So we are being born by mushrooms. And the funny thing is that mushrooms, they have a lot of common disease like people have, but they are know how to produce the antibiotics, like the natural one, antibiotics to deal with that kind of diseases. And the funny thing is that exact that type of the component, let's say it like the psilocybin, that makes you high, or when you eat mushroom, the magic mushroom, that hallucinogenic one, the mushroom itself doesn't need it at all. I mean, it doesn't do anything with this mushroom. So the mushroom just itself contains this. And how funny that is that the mushroom just pops out on the cow shit. It just, it doesn't really need anything. It just pops out here and say like, yo, this is like for you. I mean, for us, for people. And when you see from the perspective, like when it's hard to explain for people like how it is really, but like on mushrooms. But I gonna tell you this: imagine yourself that you can knock to the heaven's door. You can just knock there and show yourself. And for most of the people, they know it deeply in their heart. That's why they're scared to eat mushrooms. They know deeply in their heart that they are gonna go there, and all those bullshit that sits inside them, all those type of shit, all those traumas, all those like insecurity, all those lies that sits inside them, the creator gonna see it. Like it sees you. The last time I took the mushrooms, okay, so back to the basics. So the mushrooms gave me like the homework, and I've been doing the homework for 5 years. I've been doing it like hard, steady, and really like, yo, I'm just doing it. And if you go to my Russian speaking channel, because originally I'm Russian, if you go to my another channel, you're gonna see the difference between like when I started and who I am right now. It's like the huge difference. That's why I started to help people, because the people them, they seen how it works. They seen how huge potential there is, because you cannot really like cap it. You cannot fake it. You know what I'm saying? So they just been looking at me and they like, yo, it works. Do you sell them? What's up? So I've been just sharing like my experience and stuff. I'm like helping people. Like it was my intention since my childhood. So on the 2nd May, I took like the big dosage of mushrooms. It was like albino penis in apes one. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. There's a good real like genuine mushrooms. So I took 5 grams of them and I went high. I went so high that I've seen the God. Like, yo, you know the all-seeing eye? That the eye that looks to you like through the triangle? The exact same eye just pops out there and it just looks straight into your soul. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't keep it real with yourself, if you are full of shit, they gonna clean you up. They gonna clean you up like, yo, you know what I'm saying? All those traumas, all those, even the slime thing. I'm gonna tell you this. You have this type of the fungus, the fungi, like the type of the fungi. It's not really like physical being. It's half physical, it's half physical and half energy being that sits inside you, and this is like this slime fungus, and this is actually it's very bad. It distracts you. It gets you. It leads you to the grave. Let's say that. And when you took the mushrooms, that the psilocybin one, that the sacred one, they just flush it out, and they just flush it out on that deep level that you cannot really like get access to, because all those slime things started to pops out of me. And I'm, by the way, I'm doing like the healthy lifestyle, like real healthy lifestyle, and all those type of stuff started to like emerge from me, and I just felt them on a deeper level, not like just somewhere particular, like in the nose or in the lungs or whatever. They've been sitting, all those like type of fungus slimy shit, they was sitting on my I'm gonna call it like energy strings. So you have within your system, you have the energy strings, like your, like, for example, you have your blood system, you have your nervous system, you also have your energy system there. And this fucking slime thing, fungus, it just sits there and wraps around all those type of strings. So the mushroom, they made that fungus to emerge. And yo, when I emerged that, literally, when I emerged that, I started breathing, because before that I wasn't really breathing. It's like I was bored. You know what I'm saying? It's like the new thing just comes in me, and I'm like, yeah, yeah. Now I'm alive. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like changed like that, because before that, going back 5 years ago, on the amanita mushrooms that I took, I experienced my death. Like I died. All right. I learned lessons. I died, and then I was like 5 years gap of me grinding and going to the better person which I want to be. And when I came to this certain level that I am able to knock to the heaven's door, because it's funny thing is, because even if you are intent to go there and you have like, and you take the big amount of mushrooms, they might not really give you there. You know what I'm saying? For some people, they're just showing cartoons. If the human being is not ready, is not like on that kind of level that it's gonna make sense for him, the mushroom's not gonna allow him to see there. The only people who can see there is the people that have that thing inside them, that special thing inside them. So most of the people, because I've been dealing with people like for a long time, but what I'm saying, I'm selling mushrooms and I'm treating people for more over the 3 years now. And for example, with those amanita mushrooms, yeah, the same amount, same mushrooms, the people, for example, they eat even more, and what they do, they just put themselves in the soma, they just sleep, and nothing happens. You know what I'm saying? Some people, they eat them and they didn't even go to the sleep. I ate like a little bit. I ate 2 cups of those mushrooms, and I went like out of the body completely. I'm like died. I went through the time and period. I've seen my previous lives, and I've seen how all this like the life works. You know what I'm saying? How this planet were created and how these spiritual beings are really exist. And I figure out and understood that we are actually not really like human beings, but we are like spiritual beings that lives human experience right now. So listen to this carefully. I'm gonna repeat it once more. We are basically spiritual beings that lives the human experience right now. Think about that. So basically, every one of us have this kind of light inside, right? But some people, they lost them. They lost them like long time ago, and they cannot really find it by themselves. What I can do, I can lead you exactly to that spot, and I can lead you and say like, yo, this is like your energy, like the pure creator energy that being give, like the creator lives inside every one of us, because without him it's not possible to really like keep it working. You know what I'm saying? So for most people, they just lost. They've been training themselves for so long. They've been trying to push down that feeling that's been talking with them, because I believe like 100% everyone who's watching this, they know that feeling what I'm talking about. They know, because everyone has it. This type of feeling that been talking to you like, it's actually it's never trying to, you know, to fight with you. It's like it's saying just one time, like, I want this. And if you like depress it, like if you like press it, like, yo, don't pay any attention to this, it goes like sink down. And as more as you do that, the more it sinks down. So you just basically, what you do, you are fighting your life. So basically you're going in opposite direction of your life. You are not going with your life. And that's why this type of the energy fire, the energy beam light, yeah, it cannot really grow. The once you understand and figure out where the light is, you can grow it, you can expand it, you can share it, and you can get back more, and you can like expand, and as more as you give and as more as you share, as more as you get back. This is the main rules of the universe. So I'm gonna tell you a few rules of the universe. First of all, you get money in the right proportion of how much good you bring into this life. This is the only way you get money, and this is the only way you get a lot of money and get real rich. Because all those people who run to, you know, who run to the success, which are like for some time, they have this success for some time, they have it like everything good for some time, and then they fail, and then everything like fucked up, and they have none. So all those people, they cannot success because they don't keep it real with themselves. They are not doing that thing that they are actually belongs to do. And all those people who do the thing that they are actually being made of, you know, made for, the thing that they destiny, right? All of them like super successful. And if you're gonna see on the successful people, none of them are like alike. You know what I'm saying? None of them alike. They are all different. Because you cannot really copy someone. You cannot be like the copy of someone. You can be only yourself. And this is what really matters, because 90% of the people, they trying to be someone, they're trying to cop, they're trying to fake it, they're trying to put some fucking mask on. You gotta forget that, because if you can remember yourself being a kid, because I remember myself being a kid, when I was telling lies, if I wanted to tell a lie, if I had to tell a lie in some way, it were making me feel so bad. I was like feeling like, yo, it's like, it's not right. I'm like doing some evil stuff. And as I grow up, I understood that the actually devil, right? Demons and devils and Lucifers and all those type of the negative shit, that shit lurks in the lies. The moment that you start telling lies to people, to yourself, this is the moment when the devil comes to you. This is the moment when you are betraying like the light, the God's energy, the Creator's energy. And this is the moment when you open the gates for the devil, right? And this is actually because narrow-minded people are already left. Like, retarded people are left as well. 28 minutes right now. If you're watching this until now, you are getting like, alright, okay, I'm getting it, because you are probably have some kind of experience and understanding of these vibrations and life, but I'm probably just making it like this. I'm just, you know, what did you do? You just get this feeling, right? And that's what I'm doing now. So basically, all those like stuff, all those bad energy and good energy, it's actually exists, and all those energies is existing, and all those vibrations are existing. And the thing is, the moment that you're telling lies, you are kind of open your heart for the devil, and it comes to you. And when you are continue going to this path, everything is going to be like worst. Some people, they even sign some deals with the evil. You know what I mean? I can explain it. You don't need like certain contracts. You don't need like any seals there. You just get your thoughts, and it works. Because Imagine yourself like being in the situation. I don't know, like imagine yourself being in the situation like in the war, okay? So it's about a bad, but imagine yourself being in the war, and once one soldier is asking the god to make him to kill another soldier, but basically there is no god there. God cannot hear that type of stuff. So basically, who's gonna hear that? The evil's gonna hear that. And the moment the evil's gonna hear that, it's gonna give you the. You just signed the deal right now. The moment that the evil hears it, it's gonna give you the feeling of, you know, of untouchableness, like you are like Superman, you have no fear. You go there, you die, and you get there. You know what I'm saying? So the war is really like radical example, but it can be in the little things. It can be in the little things when people they just did something, they you know they deep down like there, and they ask something and they get like all right, and they just everyone who did that, they know the exact moment when it happened. You know what I'm saying? So be clear with that. Everyone who signed a deal with devil, they know the exact moment that it happened. And the fun thing, like the good thing is that you can turn this off. You can pull the person to the right direction. You can reprogram it. You can get rid of those demons. You can put them on the path of light. And this is what I can do. And I can do it even without the mushrooms right now. Because what I'm saying is when I was tripping, I get there, I showed my soul. They give me everything, like they showed me all those type of, all those type of thoughts that, oh, how do you call it? I don't know how to call it in English, but the type that the things that can make you weak. You know what I'm saying? So they showed me like all this type of everything that I wanted, but I kept clean. I kept it real with myself, and then they allowed me and they give me permission. What I'm saying really is that I signed the contract up there, and I signed the contract up there to heal people. They allowed me to heal people now, for real though. And what I'm doing now, I'm just practicing on my Russian language auditory. But what I can do, I already like helped 3 people. I started like practicing 3 people. They changed their life. One of them was girl, and she had a lot of pity. She cannot really like apologize her parents. She has a lot of bad emotions that sits inside her because of her father, because of her mother, because of some partners that been with her, and they are fucked up her life. She cannot leave. She wouldn't be able to leave. She couldn't leave. You know what I'm saying? She couldn't leave. She has all those trauma inside her that it starts to create some problems, like with problems with thyroid glands and with hormones and all those shit. One therapy, boom, gone, gone. Another 2 persons, one of them had insecurities, laziness. um, when the time comes to decide something, he gets like to the point when he doesn't understand anything. He cannot do really anything. He cannot decide. You know what I'm saying? Get rid of this. Another person, uh, he had the programs in his mind, which he was programmed by his parents, that he is not good enough, that whatever he starts, he's gonna fail. Imagine yourself being living with this type of programs. He had the problems that he can not start anything. Like whatever he starts, he knows that he's gonna fail. His soul wants to do this, but his program's telling you, yo, why you gonna try? Because you're gonna fail. It's just not worth trying. Boom, gone. You know what I'm saying? Like gone. I mean gone. This person doesn't have those programs anymore. What we put inside him, we put the real like genuine good program of love, appreciation, believing in himself. Um, yeah, that's it. Because basically, in this world, you have only 2 type of feelings. You don't have like anything else. All those other emotions are basically just shades of those emotions. So the first emotion is love. When you have love, you just have love, you know what I'm saying? And the second emotion is fear. So if you have love, the fear doesn't exist for you. If you have fear, love doesn't exist for you. So forget about all those great, like 50 shades of gray and all those stuff. You have only black and you have only white. So in yang, you have either good, either bad. So you have fear and you have love. And the most of the people, they live in fear. Actually, the chances to be alive, like truly alive, like live this life happy, being like, wow, like, yeah, like living this life for real, the chances to be alive, 1 to 3 million people. So each one alive for the 3 million of dead people. Then people, they are just dead inside. They just robotics, you know, they just robots, like bots, biological robots. They just walking, doing their programs, they feel stuck. You know this feeling when you feel stuck? Yeah, this means that you're one of them, unfortunately. What I can do, I can heal your stuff. I can heal all type of stuff like curses, demons, all those bad things that sits in you, and this is for real. I mean, this is like for real. All those beings, like energy beings, they are actually exist, and they exist on a different level. They are not somewhere like somewhere. They just here all the time. But you see what happens when you take mushrooms and all other plants, teaching plants, because they are teachers. It's not like the drugs that you take and you get high and like, you know what I'm saying? They like teaching you, and they are showing the fundamental truth to this universe. They're showing the fundamental truth of its being, of its conscious mind, of how this all works. And who you gonna listen to? All those people who are like keep telling you lies, because you know, like, probably if you are like watching this video until that point, you are understand that they keep telling me lies. All my life I hear lies from there and there and there and there. So who you gonna listen to really? The only thing that you can listen to is the teachers. The teachers that meant to be. You know what I'm saying? Because they've been living all those experience, all those billions and billions years, and they can show you what's up, you know? They can show you Wagwan. And if you are not accepting that, if you are ignorant to that, so you're gonna live your life and maybe understand something in the end of this. And maybe in the next life, maybe you're gonna come to understanding that, okay, I need mushrooms, or I need like something that's, you know what I'm saying? But before that, you are just not ready. And let's be clear that it's actually, it is happening. If you're gonna look on the people that surrounds you, you're gonna realize that what could they teach you, like for real? What can they teach you about money? What can they teach you about being successful? What can they teach you about being happy? Because if you are looking on the person and the person is trying to teach you something, this person has to be perfect. Everything has to be perfect in his life. If it's not, then fuck it. It's bullshit. It doesn't work. If it doesn't work for him, how he can teach you something? Explain me this. This is the reason why back then, or this is the reason, okay, let's say like nowadays, this is the reason why all those people, they write in like books that fat, like psychologist books that fat, that you're gonna do that, this and that and that, and this shit doesn't work because they have no fucking idea what they're talking about. This is why they make this fucking book that fat, you know what I'm saying? Because if it's work, it's just simple. It's another rule of the universe. Whatever works is simple. It's simple as it is. Everything in this life is simple, and you know exactly how it works, but you're just being depressing and suppressing that feeling, and you've been fighting that feeling for so long that it's probably not even like you probably couldn't really get access to it. I can get access to this easy. So what I'm trying to say is, I have passion for healing people. I like it. I truly like when the people get rid of the problems that been triggering him for so long, and he just happy. This is what makes me happy. This is what makes me high. And when I realize that this is my destiny, and the mushroom allowed me to do that, I'm going like full in right now. Nothing stops me. I'm just going to help people. I'm not intent to change their life completely if they don't want it. So what I can do, I can help you do whatever you want. Like if you have those programs that you understand, like, yo, fucking something is wrong with me, I can help with this. Because let's see for example the obesity problem with women. Let's focus on this. I just give you an example so you can understand how it works. Obesity with women, they get fat because their subconscious mind trying to save them from all those evil that happens here. You know what I'm saying? So basically, this is like the shield. They're trying to be comfortable with them. They're trying to isolate themselves from this evil world. Probably something happened with the boys. Something happened with the mans. You know, they had abuse. They have been probably like something bad happened to them, and this is actually why subconscious mind made the decision to help them, because only thing that subconscious is aiming to do is help us. So all those things that distracts you, they are actually biggest the biggest source of power of yours. But the thing is that you cannot really reprogram it if you don't know how to do that. I know how to do that, and I can do it easy like this. Like 1 hour we spent, boom, gone. But it's expensive, and it's gonna be more expensive as long as much as I gonna grow and as much as I gonna practice, it's gonna get more and more expensive until it's gonna be comfortable for me to like help some people that have really a lot of money, so I can help them and I can get my money and I, you know what I'm saying? So right now, if you really wanna like, if you know that what I'm talking about, if you understand that, yo, I have this kind of problems that don't really let me leave, you know what I'm saying? I can help you. And I can help you for right now for not really like the big sum of money. I can help you like for the thing that you're getting, it's like a little bit of money. It's like not the money at all. You know what I'm saying? Because imagine yourself, imagine you're being live all your life. Imagine living your life in hate. Imagine you being you're like evil person. But you are good inside. But you are like something happens with you that you are evil. You don't know you have this type of aggression in yourself. And aggression is one of the things that triggers cancer. So it's actually like the biomechanical mechanism that makes you die. So this is like the self-destruction program. And I just know how to get to the subconscious, realize who put that into yourself. Do you need it like for real? What do you want for real? You know what I'm saying? So I can just I have the ability to open people up now. I have the ability to bring people back to the light of the Creator. I have the ability to let the people leave. You know what I'm saying? To get rid of all this trauma, all those like bad curses, demons, shards, whatever you call it, gone. You know what I'm saying? And they can leave, and they will go, and they gonna feel it instantly, because if you have something that's been triggering yourself like for so long, when you get to the subconscious and you work with it, it wants to it wants to get healed. It wants to, this part, it's actually been inside, knocking to the door for so long. So when you're like going into it, just emerges. It just gets to you and says like, yo, this is and this is and that is like this and that, and we can fix it. And either get rid of this program, like of this part, or reprogram it and make it like the good one, make it the genuine one, make it the one that brings you a lot of energy, like the real, true, pure, light energy. You know what I'm saying? The energy of the creator. That's what I'm saying. And for me, it's clear now how to do that. And right now, I'm educating myself more and more with people who've been doing that for years. I mean, um, you have certain tools that allows you to get there, and the tool is actually real, like, it's the simplest, but on the other hand, it takes a lot to realize how it really works. For me, it took about 5 years of diving in deep into my conscious and realizing how this machine of brain works, how this machine of my body works, because I realized that my body is the temple. It's like temple. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you put inside, it has like certain side effects, and it can be the bad side effects that brings you down, or it can be the good side effects that lift you up. So what I had to do, I realized that I fucked up in 70 years old, and I started to grow. I went through enormous amount of discomfort, pain, whatever. I had big problems with my spine. I was skinny. I was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And I was getting through all those, you know, all those cycles. I have no money. I have nothing. I fucked up. I feel myself bad, like I almost dying in 70 years old. What's up? What's wrong with me? Boom! Mushrooms showed me everything. I'm like, yo, wow, this and that and that and this and pew. I took a different direction. I understood, like, yo, I need this. Okay, so I started to grow. I started to grow there, and this is like who I am right now. I'm here living in Jamaica. I migrate from Russia, and I live here. And I can either help you like one-on-one session, or in the group session, or I can help you through the video, through the not through the video, through the audio. You don't really need much except my voice, and I can do that. I can do that, and if it doesn't work, I give you money back. As simple as it is, because I'm sure that it works, because it works every time, and it works like from most of the people, it works from first time. Sometimes you need like 2 or 3 times doing that, but if it's needed, so I can do it, like I can do it because I take money one time, and it's in my interests to make it as fast as possible. You know what I'm saying? So, if you feel like you need something to change, if you feel like that, yeah, just feel free to DM me. I have my contacts left down there. You can hit my Instagram. So basically, I sell mushrooms on Instagram. I sell like amanitas. I sell lion's mane, which are actually like good for your health. And you can check it out down there if you're interested too. But what I like advertising you right now is just write to me and say like, yo, can you help me? And I'm gonna say, yeah, if I can help you, or if I can't. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just feel free. Hello to everybody.